There on the field, the pride of the Southland band crisply marches into the Giant T. The rear, the roar of 97,000 fans rises with each rhythmic step. In the background, George Beaches is singing "Fight, Vols, Fight." The orange and white Shakers flood the air. The Volunteers are ready at the north end of the football field to burst through the gate. They're coming now, racing onto the field through the Giant T. In that magic moment that says, wherever you are, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Tennessee football has been granted an extension from the NCAA in response to the notice of allegations. An extra 30 days. I've seen a lot of articles floating around about this, and there's some cause for concern according to certain people. And there's a little bit of wording in these articles that are floating around, and that is creating panic in this fan base. When I first saw the news, it kind of went in one ear and out the other. Didn't really think much of it. We'll get into that and talk about why, and should Tennessee and Tennessee fans be worried about a postseason ban. We'll talk about all that here in just a second. As always, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new to the Talkin Vols Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you, for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We'll be live tonight, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be joined by Ben McKee from Vols 247. Going to be breaking down the Kentucky game coming up this weekend. Also, the return of Vols JP. Going to be a great show. I hope to see you guys in the chat at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be live tomorrow morning as well at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. But let's jump into it. Take a look at the article here from 247 Sports. You can see there, Tennessee football granted extension from NCAA in response to notice of allegations. This is from Will Backus. Let's take a look at it and kind of break down the wording of this. That's what has sent this fan base into a frenzy. It says here the University of Tennessee was granted a 30-day extension to respond to the NCAA's notice of allegations for violations allegedly committed under Tennessee football's previous staff, per a report from Knox News. The timing is noteworthy. Here's where it gets interesting. It says the timing is noteworthy as it makes a potential postseason ban for this season unlikely. That comes out as if it's absolute fact that a postseason ban is in the works, and that's not necessarily the case. So again, I think the way that is worded, it says the timing is noteworthy as it makes a potential postseason ban for this season unlikely. Goes on to say the number 3 Vols are 7-0 and are in contention for a spot in the SEC championship game and college football playoff. Now, Austin Price over at VolQuest.com was asked about this on the message boards yesterday. His response was that he doesn't think this is even going to happen. He says that he feels they asked for the extension in order to continue conversations with the NCAA and come to a resolution. He feels, in his opinion, that a postseason ban isn't even on the table. And that's kind of how I felt, too, all along with this. When you guys are asking my opinion, asking what I thought, people are texting me, messaging me. I just never really felt like this was a concern because I feel like Tennessee did their due diligence. They took care of business. They cleaned house. Everybody's gone. Players, coaches, recruiting personnel, everybody is out the door. Tennessee took care of business. It goes on to say here, Tennessee did not self-impose any postseason bans. The NCAA presented a notice of allegations to Tennessee in July after a lengthy investigation. The notice contains 18 Level 1 violations, the most severe out of the NCAA's 4-level infraction structure, surrounding almost $60,000 worth of cash and gifts provided to recruits, players, and families. And that's what's comical. We're talking about $60,000, really? We're talking about $60,000 when paying players is now legal. Let's look at the overall grand scheme of things. It is perfectly legal to pay players in college football now. So we're talking about the previous coaching staff, the previous administration. Phil Fulmer's gone. Jeremy Pruitt's gone. All the assistants are out the door. The players that were involved, gone. That's why when some of you guys talk about the transfer portal and guys leaving and regretting that, those guys were asked to leave because they were involved in all of this whole ordeal with the NCAA investigation. But we're talking about $60,000 worth of cash when now players are making allegedly $7 million to play college football. I think we need to just get over it and move on. I don't see a postseason ban coming. It says here, Knox News obtained a copy of Notice of Allegations, including a breakdown of each of those 18 violations. If you want more on that, dropped a video on it a while back. You can go back and check that out. It says most involved Tennessee staff and Pruitt's wife, Casey Pruitt, paying meals, hotel stays, transportation. In some instances, those involved with Tennessee gave recruiting prospects' parents money to help pay for debts or rent. In the first violation, Casey Pruitt arranged for a recruit's family to meet with a real estate agent. Notably, though, the NCAA praised Tennessee's... Okay, let's say that again. The NCAA praised Tennessee's leadership in handling the scandal, going as far as to say the actions taken by the institution during the investigation should be the standard for any institutional inquiries into potential violations. So again, Tennessee took care of business. They cleaned house. Jeremy Pruitt gone. Philip Fulmer gone. All the assistant coaches out the door. Recruiting personnel gone. Players involved gone. The NCAA praises Tennessee's leadership for the handling of the investigation, being an open book. Why in the world would you get a postseason ban? And again, nobody's talking about postseason bans other than it's just in the article. Why are we bringing that up? And now you've got a fan base that's up in a frenzy. And if you don't think that other coaching staffs, if you don't think the Alabamas, the Georgias, all these other schools are going to use this in recruiting, I've got some oceanfront property in Knoxville that I'll sell you. This is why, some of the people in the media, some of the big names in the media want to come at Talkin' Vols and they want to talk about content creators and putting things out there. Yeah, sometimes a headline or a title may be worded as something a certain way because the point of YouTube is to get clicks and views. That's why we're here. I'm not doing this for the fun of it. But then when you get into the meat of it and what we have to say, what we talk about, we shut down crap like this. Don't worry about a postseason ban. Goes on to say here, Tennessee reflected the NCAA's views on its compliance throughout the whole process. It says here, in every step of this process, the university's quick and decisive actions have exemplified the long-standing values of the NCAA that are reiterated in the membership's new constitution. A university statement said, when NCAA bylaws prohibit the university from publicly commenting about the specific allegations, the university has and will continue to seek resolution of this case that is consistent with the NCAA's new constitution and in the best interest of the University of Tennessee. Goes on to say here, Tennessee fired Pruitt for cause in January 2021 after the internal investigation performed by the university found evidence of sweeping recruiting violations. In 3 seasons as Tennessee's head coach, Pruitt went 16-19. Absolutely embarrassing. Oh my gosh, sometimes you got to burn it to the ground to find success. And man, oh man, here we are less than 2 years later, and we've got Josh Heupel. Goes on to say the Vols never finished better than third in the East. Talks a little bit about Jeremy Pruitt. We don't need to talk about that anymore. But the bottom line is 247 Sports, the Knoxville News Sentinel, all these other media outlets are putting that wording in their articles about a postseason ban because it creates people, it creates this frenzy and this anxiousness and nervousness in this fan base, and it generates clicks and views. And you guys kept asking my thoughts and I kept ignoring it, but you guys asked enough. I'm going to put out the video and talk about it. I don't think we need to worry about a postseason ban. I think that all that's coming down is a reduction of scholarships, which Tennessee has already started. They started it last year. You saw it kind of bleed into the transfer portal a little bit during the spring, and they continue to do that, and they self-impose those scholarship reductions. There's a reason Tennessee went and played in that bowl game last year. Nobody on this football team is responsible for what happened under Jeremy Pruitt, under that previous administration with those previous players. That has nothing to do with Josh Heupel. Has nothing to do with Danny White. Doesn't have anything to do with Hendon Hooker, Cedric Tillman, the players on this team that earned the right to go compete in that bowl game. They're earned the right, if they take care of business, to go play in Atlanta this year, to go play in the college football playoff, to go play in a New Year's Six bowl, whatever the case may be, however this season plays out. These kids earned that right. They didn't do anything wrong. So don't freak out. Don't panic when you see articles or reports talking about a post-season ban. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. You guys agree, disagree with what I have to say on this topic? Make sure you do smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' Vols Network. You can see there the Vols 52, Bama 49. It's all business. It's just business. That was what Henry Toa had to say, so we're reminding him of that in the scoreboard shirt. But go check that out as well as all the other merchandise. Again, bonfire.com/store/. YouTube.com/Talkin Vols. Thank you to all the members of the channel. You guys keeping the lights on around here. If you want to become a member, you can do so for as little as 99 cents a month. Just hit that join button down below. We would appreciate that support. Gives us the opportunity to bring you more content. Hopefully make this a full-time gig. If so, we'll dial up the basketball coverage. We'll dial up the baseball coverage and bring you as much content as physically possible. But 17,000 subscribers. If y'all join the channel for $1 a month, man, we are cooking with gas and rocking and rolling, bringing you more and more content. But if not, that's cool. Hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. Appreciate you guys hanging out. This is the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.